Okay, we were discussing about these things. Just I moved with these examples where I was there about. Okay, yeah. This example we discussed. I don't know how many of you are there right now. About 30 plus. Okay, no issue. These examples you can work it out whichever the way you want. Doesn't matter. But if you are having ambiguity, certain will be back to help you. There is also a possibility that how that the statements can do work out in C. For example, if statement, else statement, if else statement, for loop. These are all the loops. These are all the loops which are available to us. If, for example, they are calling it as a tutorial, doesn't matter. You can take if else. If else is a statement, you'll learn a lot about working out with the if else statement. For example, if test the syntax is in such a way with if open the bracket and close the bracket, within that you put the condition. For example, if A is equal to B, then what one has to do? If score is more than 40% or equal to 40%, you declare it as pass. If the score is 40 to 50%, declare it as pass percent. If between 50 to equal to 50 and less than 60, make it as second class. Greater than or equal to 60 and less than 70, make it as first class. Greater than or equal to 70, you make it as what we can call distinction. Sorry, again it is giving a message. It was on. I could not able to log out. Actually, it's data is taken. If it goes off, just kindly relog in 10 minutes. I will not take much. Around 20 minutes are there. 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, the expression goes in such a way for the if loop is considered, statement is considered, how it works actually. For example, this is the if the expression is true, for example, test is equal to 5. If test, the value of the test is less than 5, less than 10, it executes. If not, it will not. For example, what I want to say that the number assigned to the test is 5. You are checking that whether the number is less than 10. Yes, it is true. It executes. If you are checking that whether the number is greater than 10, the information is false. It will come out of the loop. This is how it has to go. Program to display a number if it is a negative. If it is a negative, means for example, choose a number like as an integer. Number is a variable. Assume that scan the number through the keyboard. %f is the structure, and ampersand is the variable where that variable is assigned with the number through the keyboard. Okay. If it is true, it has to display the number. If statement works. If not, it has to come out of the loop. If number is less than 0, okay, it is a negative. You entered a number. The if statement is easy. It is a negative number. If not, it has to come out of the loop. It checks. If you enter 1, output 1, enter an integer. If you give -2, you entered -2. That is fine. The if statement is easy, or the if statement is true. That is it. Okay. Like for example, if you go with the second number, if you give 5, okay, it will say that it is not working. It is not executed. Instead of that, if we can go with if else statement also, in the sense, if this test condition is true, fine. If else, run the code. If it is not true, come out of the loop. If else is in such a way, if the pass percentage is 40, and if you are appearing in all the exams, all the papers are also above 40, then you declare it as a pass. If else, you can go with the nested if else, one after the other, okay, without losing the hierarchy. Means if test is less than 10, fine. Else, body of the loop, we can do that. Okay, the same case. If else, this is one statement. Similarly, if else ladder, they can call ladder in the sense I will go to the ladder statement if it is available. Okay, here. If number 1 is greater than number 2, fine. If number 1 is greater than or also equal to 2, it checks both the condition. If it is true, say that it is greater than. If not, yes, you say that its default is it is less than that value of that kind of. Okay. After that, you will get one more loop condition they can call for loop. For loop works with one statement. I will explain. For loop works in such a way that initialization of the statement within the bracket, semicolon, test the expression, then update the statement. The for For loop should not have a semicolon at the end because it's not a statement. For loop within the bracket associated with the two open and close brackets can happen. Within that, you can put the statement of the body loop. For example, initialization means, for example, if A is equal to 10, testing condition, if A is equal to 10, whether A is compared with the other number, if A is greater than or equal to B, A is less than or equal to B, A is may not be equal to B, some condition. Then what will it do? If A starts with 10, go on increasing the value of the number, then increment is A plus plus, for example, everyone. For example, if I want to announce the result of all the students, particularly for the internals, I'll start with first student. If A is equal to 1, first student, A test is inside. If the value of A is greater than 40, test condition is that marks scored, for example, if I expect marks scored is more than 40 pass percentage, cover all the students of 61 students in your batch. It gives us the result. That's one kind. How for loop works? The initialization statement is executed only once. Okay, starts with first number. Then the test expression is validated, whether equal to or greater than middle value. This can be validated. If this expression gets validated, then it goes for the loop. If not, it will come out of the loop. If the test expression is validated to a false, the for loop is terminated or it will come out of the for loop. However, if the test expression is validated to true, statement inside the body of the loop, whatever you are getting, it goes for the execution. If the test expression is false, it will come out of the loop and goes for the next execution, next statement execution. Okay, this is how the sequence can go. For the flow chart, for example, it works. This is the initialization of a number. It takes the condition. If it is true, it executes the for loop body, then update the information. And if you want for furthermore to cover all the numbers, it will go for the loop. Okay, it gives the print. If it is out of the loop, if it does not execute, it will come out of the loop. Or after execution of all the conditions put together, also it dissatisfies, then it will come out of the loop. For example, if print the numbers from 1 to 10, for example, simple command. I is start with I is equal to 1. If I is less than 11, you execute the loop. If I is equal to 11, you have to stop. Less than 11 is E up to equal to 10. Go with the increment I plus 1. What printout we want actually? If I is equal to 1, it prints the 1. If I is less than 11, it prints the 2. If I is less than 3, it prints the 11. 3 will also print. If I is 10, it prints to 10. If I is, it goes with 11. If I is 11, 11 is not less than 11. Okay, 11 is not less than 11. It will come out of the loop. Starts with the 1. Test the condition. I is less than 1. 11 is evaluated. Then prints all the numbers, whatever you want actually. Okay. For loop is a better tool to give the strength to the C programming or even for other programming also actually. After the for loop, there is another loop called while and do while loop. Okay. While loop, do while loop are the one systematic way of making loops in such a way. Loops are used to repeat a block of code until a specified condition is met. C programming has 3 types of loops: for loop, while loop, do while loop to a great extent. While loop, how it works actually, while it tests the condition, then executes within the bracket program. Otherwise, while do and do while are the 2 different things. It's the second one we are saying. While, if it if it accepts and executes this test, then it performs the task within the body of the loop. Okay, if it does not, it will come out of the loop. Flowchart is simple. It validates the test. If it is true, body of the loop will be executed and continues till the last task. If it does not, it will come out of the loop. Okay. For example, print numbers from 1 to 5. If I is less than or equal to 5, print all the numbers. If I is greater than 5, it will come out of the loop. If I is less than or equal to 5, do the job of printing the task from 1 to 5. This is the while do loop. Do while is in such a way, it is more or less same, but thing is that first it does the job, then it executes the test condition. Do the body of the loop. For example, if I take the same printout for do while, first test the condition. If we test the expression, If it is true, it executes the body. If it false, it will come out with the loop. What it says that, for example, number and sum are treated as 0. Okay. Body of the loop is executed at least once. Enter a number. It takes the number as a long float. Add the numbers always to a great extent. Assume that if I am starting with 0, and if I are go on adding the numbers, enter for example 1.5, what the program has to test here actually, program to add the numbers until the user enters the 0. Okay, until the number. If you are go on adding the number, it will go on giving the sum. If you give the enter number 0, it will not add. 1.5 plus 2.4, it will add up. Then sum minus 3.4 plus 4.2, it will add up. Once the sum, once the user gives the 0, this is the condition they have given. Once the user gives the 0, it stops. This is for the do while loop. There are statements like the C, break and continue. Break and continue. Break is the one. I don't know how long. Less than a minute is there. I request kindly to log out. I will restart once again. It will not take much time. Take 5 minutes. 12 to 10 you come back. It goes for less than 30 minutes. I am already at the 31st page actually. It can go for another 10 pages. Kindly log out. I will stop right now sharing. I myself will log out. Will come back. I will end the session right now.